Hi guys, welcome back to Gwayne Sailing. After spending Christmas in Tennessee, we headed back to our boat in St. Augustine, Florida. Every window, door, and tree in the city was fully lit up for the holidays. And we joined the thousands of other tourists in the old downtown area. Most of the boats in the harbor had their Christmas lights on as well, and the famous Bridge of Lions was fully decorated. Candy and Bill stayed with us on the boat for a few days, and we explored the town, including the St. Augustine Distillery and the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum. Cody and Fallon stopped by on their way home to Wisconsin. Noel and Kim joined us for the New Year's Eve holiday, and we bar hopped our way through the nearby Anastasia Island. My cousin Becky also stayed with us while we were in St. Augustine, and we had a blast showing her around town. We went to the Castillo de San Marcos Fort and Ponce de Leon's Fountain of Youth, where we sampled the water. We spent the day walking around the beautiful grounds and enjoyed watching all of the peacocks roaming the park, including this rare white peacock. We went to the St. Augustine Lighthouse, then checked out the crocs and gators at the nearby Alligator Farm and Zoological Park. We caught a couple of feedings and educational sessions. There was more to see here besides the gators, including zip liners flying above the pits, turtles and tortoises, ducks, parrots, and other cool birds. We enjoyed it way more than we thought we would. Each time we visit St. Augustine, we find new and fun, beautiful places, like this amazing restaurant with private dining huts built above the ocean, or outdoor music spaces underneath live oak trees. St. Augustine is quickly becoming one of our top favorite cities. After 3 weeks in St. Augustine, we headed back out into the ocean and continued to travel farther south along the Florida coast. We didn't make it too far before we were boarded by a couple of sheriffs for a routine boat safety check. After showing them our vessel's registration, they hopped back onto their boat and were on their way within minutes. We also had another right whale sighting along the route to Cape Canaveral, where we spent the night in port along with a few cruise ships. And we had many visits from the local dolphins, pelicans, and other various birds. Fort Pierce, Florida was our next stop, and the sunsets at this harbor, which we've been to twice before, never disappoint. We had lunch with some boater friends and saw a daytime rocket launch here too. The rest of January was spent in Palm Beach, Florida, watching huge mega yachts pass us hourly and visiting with our friends. Julie and Gary stayed with us on the boat for a bit. Gary and Wayne spent a day diving for lobsters, while Julie and I enjoyed lunch and massages. Jim and Lori were in town visiting family, and we got to share a few meals together. Candy and Bill live a few miles away, and we spent a day with them touring the beautiful waterfront homes along the ICW on a rental boat, and then took in a band that evening. Bill and Marcia delivered some Amazon packages to us, which we had sent in advance to them. We went to dinner and music with Evelyn and Bob, who are anchored close to us here in Palm Beach on their Lagoon 450. We checked out a muscle car show on the beach, an amazing farmer's market, and an ice cream store with hundreds of stuffed animals lining the walls. Wayne played hockey 3 times a week, and I did yoga most days. We made a few trips to Costco to provision and got our yearly medical checkups before leaving the country. We are currently waiting for a new sail to be delivered to Palm Beach, and as soon as it arrives, we'll be headed across the Gulf Stream to the Bahamas. Join us next time to see where our adventure takes us in the Bahamas and islands even farther south. If you're enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Bye guys!